Welcome to the Lost Lowdown Podcast 115 with your hosts Claude and Justin.
What's up, guys?
We are back continuing our season 2 commentary series with episode 209, What Kate Did, which, if I remember correctly, was have a very uninteresting reveal.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The criminal mastermind that we've come to know is Kate Austin. Her comes to fruition here as we reveal why she's the on the FBI's most wanted list. Right? She's number one.
I feel like most Lost fans can probably remember a time in their life when they really wanted to know what Kate did. And I think all of those Lost fans are simultaneously disappointed when this episode aired.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it would, they want it to be really interesting, but it also can't be something that would make us not like her. So
Right.
it can't be that interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Well, also, like, it has to be consistent with what we've seen of her character, she can't just be like, some kind of serial killer or something.
Mhm.
Like that would be
Like
that would
they flash back to what Kate did, and it's her placing a bomb on Flight 815 or something,
Yeah, exactly.
cause it to crash.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I remember this episode, and then the next big hate flashback when oh no, she was married.
Yeah.
It's like really, guys, like yeah, you're really just wasting time on that.
Yeah, they had nothing for her, I think. Once they finally just revealed what she did,
Mm-hmm.
at that point it's sort of like where do you go from there?
Dude, well, she had some free time, so she got married once.
Yeah, they paired her up with Cassidy, like, so they sort of brought in another story to boost hers.
Yeah. When Cassidy's out conning people,
Mm-hmm.
and then she meets a woman who can't be conned.
Oh God.
Um, yeah. Anything else on what Kate did before we get started?
I hope not.
Yeah, of course, this is the infamous horse episode where they explain why she saw this horse.
There's more horse per hour in this episode than any other episode of Lost.
I um the whole thing with the horse and the I guess you could theorize that um the horse died and its soul got
Yeah.
trapped on the island and it can't move on. Uh so that's why it's here. She's pulling like a Hurley where she can see, dead people, but it's a horse now. I don't know what we're supposed to, or there's just a horse on the island. Either one. Either one.
I'm gonna throw out a third possibility, the one that I think is true, which is that the horse is in fact the smoke monster.
Or yeah, horse is the smoke monster.
Which I think is ridiculous, and yet I fully believe that that's true.
Mhm. Now, yeah, let's see if that makes any sense watching this episode.
Don't expect it to make too much sense, but I'm standing by it.
Like I'm just a horse now and see what Kate does about that.
More or less.
Yeah. So let this man off the island already. He's gone crazy, turning into horses just to see what people do.
Exactly.
This is what Mother has caused. Oh, all right. Well, let's get her started.
All right.
Okay, get your players ready. We'll do the countdown here. You ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Five, four, three, two, one. Someone's fishing. Who's that?
Bernard? I don't know. Random guess.
Jin, happy to be home in the blue tent.
Still got that damn handcuff on.
It's really just a fashion accessory at this point.
I know. It feels like he's gonna be naked without it.
Hmm? Son wouldn't mind.
Hmm.
Oh, Hurley's like, what do you do last night?
Hmm.
Rockin'. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Perfect and happy, right? Oh.
I feel like Saeed should look over with an orange smile here.
Really weird thing to do. I'm really sad about Shannon's smile. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Apparently, you know some advanced surgical techniques.
Called reaching in with your fingers really hard and pulling something out.
You what?
You what? What? You love her what? I finished the sentence, right? Loves her, hair. Kate, what you doing up in that tree?
She does have a lot of hair.
She's
She
always.
has even more later on.
It's the power of the island.
Yeah.
It'd be great if what Kate did is she got a really short haircut one time. Heals her like my cancer stopped, and Kate's like, my hair grew. What? A horse? Who smuggled a horse on a plane? Thank God for horse smugglers. That's what she's thinking.
Tell you, man, Smug Monster.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
There was this one time I turned into a horse. You see how desperate I am, Jacob? Just let me leave.
Jacob knew about that. He'd be like, oh, I didn't know it was that bad. And then he's like, that one time I turned into a tree frog to annoy Sawyer.
Yes. I feel like that makes that plot just slightly better.
Wow, she has the lighter in her hand, right? She's
Yeah.
thinking about it.
I'm gonna burn you right now.
Yep. She's waiting for him.
Yeah. Don't let him die with his shoes on.
No, there's no dignity in that. He just crossed the line. Now he must die. Is this Hawaii?
Yep. There's like 3 scenes that are not Hawaii. If you watch the show, you see so much Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Or Hawaii, yes.
Put a V in there.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Oh, what a weird coincidence. What are the odds of that happening?
That day, a gas leak?
Gas leak? What? She just had a lighter and she just put to bed the man she wants to murder?
Oh yeah. Yeah, her mom's like kind of an asshole for a while. I mean, whatever. I know she killed her husband and stuff, but
Exactly. That's not a big deal.
I just think she's kind of rude about it.
She saved it at the hassle of divorce.
Yeah, exactly.
Those lawyer fees.
And it's just kind of weird how she sides with him over her daughter
Yeah.
and, over and over again.
I I do think it does seem like, objectively. I mean, well, objectively, there's a lot of things going on here, but it does seem like Kate just goes too far. Like, it's not like you see Kate blowing up the dad guy, or whatever, and then Kate goes to visit the mom in the hospital because she's on her deathbed because the guy beat her within a half inch of her life. She has a sprained arm or something, wrist or whatever. It seems a little too much for the level of abuse that the mom has gotten. It seems.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, I feel like they wanted to imply more with him than they're really showing.
Why it's been long term, but it's just, yeah, when you see that it's not like she has a black eye or she's in a wheelchair, or you know
Yeah. I feel like they're also implying he's done something with Kate as well.
yeah.
Maybe when she's younger. And if it's that, then I can sort of understand.
Hmm.
But they never quite say it. I mean, they just sort of suggest that it might be true.
I almost feel like, and yeah, with what you're saying, like it would have been a lot more interesting if like the mom, and this would have been the crazy story, but the mom is pregnant now or something, with the
Oh.
girl, and now Kate doesn't want anything to happen to that little girl being around that guy.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's bad enough what he did to her in the past, and it's bad enough he was beating the mom, but she's not gonna let this little girl get that would have been
Yeah.
more comparable to what she did to him, I think.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Beware what we were talking. Repeat that, guys.
He's supposed to be there. I don't know where.
Oh, she can get him to eat it. He loves you. I just saw a horse. I'm cool. Look at that face. She's like, yeah, I'm great, and then she makes that face.
Yeah.
The face of someone who's okay. Man, I think if you're wearing black like Ana Lucia, you look way less dirty than if you were wearing a white shirt, which is now brown.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess it's the funeral. I guess that's where Jack's going.
Okay, yeah.
Remember the whispers and Walt and all that?
Remember?
No? We gonna bring that up again? Anybody?
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I like how they're late. What was Charlie doing?
Charlie had business apparently.
Writing a song somewhere.
I'm going to Shannon's funeral.
I'm about to go to a funeral. La 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 la.
La la la. I'm running late.
And then the writers put us together. The writers needed some romance.
and I might go home after this and marry Nadia. But after I die,
They want.
I'm gonna reunite with her in the afterlife.
For no apparent reason. Yeah, Terry Quinn has that face when he's looking sad. It looks like he's smiling.
Yeah.
Smiling, Locke, or are you frowning? No one knows.
Yeah, they spent more time on this like funeral stuff because later on when people die, they don't have time for scenes like this.
Yeah. Well, they usually give it to when the bigger characters deserve it, but yeah, some of those later deaths don't get any.
You know, like Locke's funeral scene is like 5 lines. Like it goes by so fast compared to this.
Locke had burned all the bridges, so anyone who cared about him, pretty much.
Yeah, well, Ben has to step up and say, "I'm sorry I murdered him. See you later."
See.
Nobody has anything to say. But like Shannon, oh, everybody's gonna line up for Shannon.
Hmm. Hey, Shannon was really integral to that. That. Oh, they had to get. And then she came through by doing. Uh, Remember all those times everyone was like, "We need Shannon here to solve this."
I think those scenes are deleted.
Deleted scenes. Okay.
I
Horse.
saw a horse.
So and he'll roll over on that one.
Freckles, I think I'm hallucinating again.
Freckles, I'm hearing things. I heard you say so. I'm losing it. Snap me out.
It'd be great if he started saying, "I love him."
Right. Yeah, I remember that scene. Why did you kill me? Thinking, what is going on?
Yeah, it's weird. Actually, I don't even know what to think of that.
Like,
Is Kay like hallucinating there? Like, I have no idea what that
like
means.
Sawyer, like the ghost of the guy she killed is in Sawyer or something.
Yeah, yeah. Like, what is the explanation? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Locks on it, guys. Don't worry. His only job is to remember the numbers.
Don't worry, Locke. When the timer runs out, nothing happens for a while. I remember, yeah, being nervous. Yeah, see, like Sawyer's out of the bed. Like he got up. He really was like saying that stuff, seemingly.
I always assume, he had his hands around Kate's neck, and I assume like she, backed up to get away and kind of took him down to the floor with him, and
Hmm.
that's what I imagine happened.
Okay.
She really like stood up and got up, but that he just kind of got yanked out when he was trying to kill her.
Right. Exactly.
And it's weird that Locke went to the funeral knowing that when the countdown would have happened, he should have wanted somebody to be there anyway.
Yeah, yeah. They really should plan for that.
That's a good name for a
Good,
song.
good song title. God damn it! I was thinking the same thing.
Horse in the Jungle.
Horse in the jungle. Horse in the jungle.
He's like, your love is like a horse in the jungle. I see it from time to time. You look like a Tallahassean. I bet you got family down there.
Oh, that's the first time she meets the marshal.
Uh,
I expect her to recognize him when she turns
It's
around.
like, don't you? He's like, don't I know you? It seems like, don't you remember you from the pilot?
Yeah, yeah, it does.
And I'm never gonna let her go. Your mama said you're a bad girl.
Oh wow, he really is doing a song. Horse in the Jungle.
Did you juggle anyone?
I'm not even gonna respond to your comment about horses. I
Yeah,
got enough problems.
stand up to you looking for Kate. Everything's fine. Wow. Is someone getting the handcuff off?
Well done.
Why didn't they do this before? Oh, he was on the raft. Okay.
Yeah, basically. He did like spend the night before he did it, but whatever, that's fine.
Sounds like that handcuff on one more night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you got it off. I get it. Fucking Jen. That was weird.
It was weird.
Put it on him. Oh, wait, no. Who put it on him? Jack?
Saeed, I think. It was because he was beating Michael for the watch, and they didn't know what was going on, so they locked him up.
Oh shit!
What are they looking at?
At the blast door.
Oh, the blast door, right.
I think that's what that was. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, right? I would like to be a part of this story.
I didn't even notice he was in there.
Yeah, they say that later when he locks you out.
I'm very merry. I ran towards the sound of the horses.
You see my dad I killed?
He's calling himself Wayne now, but other than that, he's cool.
That's just the we're talking.
And I'm sorry that I say sorry like a Canadian.
What's all that about? Quick, somebody give her a needle and thread, calm her down. Just sew something like drapes. Whatever you did, Kate, it's all right.
I'm going with you in the afterlife.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna stake my claim.
Sawyer's cool and all, but he's gonna forget me.
My face isn't memorable enough for him. We're gonna get married and raise your nephew together.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage won't work out, and we'll come back to the island.
Your nephew's like right over there. That may surprise you.
Story as old as time.
Oh, we're gonna see more of this.
Oh my god. Michael's sitting where he kills Santa Lucia, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Hey, there's the Last Lowdown ending.
There it is.
108 minutes, but whatever. This is what I like film. They're in their own world, but we zoom in on Echo.
Because they're talking about stuff we already have thought about.
Yeah.
Two thumbs down.
I forgot my line.
So stand up. Be great if he just smashes the projector with.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Wait, is this Shannon's girl? Okay, yeah, obviously.
This.
He got possessed by a ghost. I saw a horse.
Hmm. I guess if you want to go crazy with the Wade thing, you could say when Sawyer says "I love her," it's Wade talking about the mom.
Oh my god. Yeah, I guess.
Oh, but why would he say that to Jack?
Yeah, it's a weird thing to say to Jack.
There.
Wait, what did he say?
Nothing important.
All right. Because they were talking about ghosts. They so rarely say anything about ghosts. As much as they see ghosts.
Mhm.
I'd like to think this horse is also the smoke monster, but that has some obvious problems.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate corn.
Oh no, there was never corn in our house. You don't know what I was born for. That hit close to home. So,
Yeah, I mean, she denies it. I guess that's true. I don't know.
He never touched me. He did rape me once. There was nothing involved though.
Hello.
That's weird because like I just it just seems weird that the animal would like run across the street and then
Yeah.
come back or something just to wait around for a second. It's like if it's spooked, it should keep going.
Yeah. That's what makes it seem like the horse is in on it.
It's weird though that the horse spooks her when she sees it on the island because it was
Yeah.
kind of an omen of good luck in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I guess it's just the idea of it brings back these memories that is disconcerting.
I think so. But I think also she thinks it's strange to see it on the island.
Yeah.
Seemingly the same horse, I guess. As similar as two horses can look.
It'd be better if it was a unicorn.
That
Now, it's really.
would be another level.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Where all good stories start. There was nothing that happened before that.
Mr. Echo is so weird because he really thinks this story has some relevance to the thing he's about to show.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot. I, does he just want to say this? I have no idea why he's telling him this.
Mm-hmm.
And the Arrow Station?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
A carved out hollow in the middle of a cliff. Yeah, it was great.
You're comparing that to
This place had washer and dryers and computer systems, and that place was a cave with a door on the front.
like you're really comparing that to
The fact that he found the book, he compared it to them finding the Old Testament.
it,
I think
it,
it goes a little big, I think.
it's kind of a stretch. I when he could have just said, "I found this film strip. Maybe this is what's missing."
Yeah. Cut out the story.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's why he's a crazy character. Like he just tells these long monologues that have no apparent point.
Actually, he's wrong because like it doesn't really help that much, you know.
No.
So this isn't like finding the Old Testament, this like piece of the film.
Yeah.
Now, if he had found the the original orientation film strip and we had never seen it before, that would be
Yeah.
a lot better because then it's like here's the explanation for what's going on here. but
Yeah.
we have 90% of it, already. So
And the part that he has, as we'll see soon, is not that great.
yeah,
It's like
I wonder
about
if it wasn't hidden in a Bible, if it was like hidden in a Harry Potter book, would he be like, beginning, Voldemort, he must not be named, tried to kill
there was
Harry.
a prophecy about this boy who was going to be born, and so he had his parents killed, but he couldn't kill the boy,
Yeah.
and he gave him a scar, and then one day that boy returned to defeat him.
And you know what they found? Quidditch.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, that's Radzinski's bullshit, like hiding the thing in the Bible. Like,
Yeah.
there's no deep significance to that at all.
Yeah, again, it goes back to the master theme of Lost, which is no one knows anything.
Yeah, and also people like make up their own meanings for
Yeah.
things.
I mean, because no one knows anything, so they just say,
Yeah,
oh, this thing must mean that thing because that's all I got to go on.
yeah, yeah. And obviously he's religious, at least now, and so he's gonna like throw all that in there since it's a Bible. But yeah, I wonder, like,
I do,
it could have been anything.
I do like to think Sawyer falls in love with whoever takes care of him. He's like, I love Sun. And he told Sun earlier, I love Jack.
Yeah, I wish that were true.
Oh, she's going to sign up for the army.
Oh, there was Saeed in the background. Nice little Easter egg.
I remember that, yeah.
The good old days of Lost, throwing in random shit in the background.
Hmm.
And that's the shit that made people look at scenes and like they're like, "Oh, look, it's Michael in the background."
Hmm.
Middle of season 3, because they did stuff like this.
So is this when we find out that this is her real dad?
It's really confusing. Yes. Yeah. This is where we find out that Wayne was actually her father.
Actually, yeah.
That makes this a weird scene.
Hmm. Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, I got confused, even though you just explained it. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is when we find out that this isn't her real dad.
Yes.
That Wayne is actually her real dad. So but
Exactly.
this is the first time we see this guy, right?
Yeah, we've never
So
seen this.
it's like two reveals in one.
Yeah.
It switches.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, look, it's Kate's real dad." But
But no, it's not.
it's not. Yeah. But we do see him again later, and he's got a picture of her in a rack or something in one of the side flashbacks. But not in the afterlife. 'Cause I don't have murder in my heart.
Right. I'm confused about the timeline now. Oh God.
Yeah,
It's actually a line.
Yep.
Why does Kate have murder in her heart?
I don't know. She's a little bit evil for some reason.
It's so weird. He's like, I don't have murder in my heart, and I was killing people for a living.
I know. Yeah, it doesn't really fit.
It's like, man, that's a harsh statement.
Wait, what timeline are you confused about?
Kate's. When did Wayne come into the picture? If he's her real dad, like when?
I think.
So this guy's saying Mr. General Austin or whoever he is, Sergeant Austin, I forgot his rank.
Yeah.
He's saying he left her when she was 5.
Yeah. So I think he was off at war or something, and her mom had an affair with Wayne, and was pregnant when he got back, and he, I guess, stayed around for 5 years and then left, and then she remarried Wayne. I guess that's what happened.
Okay, so that's why he didn't kill Wayne when he found out he had an affair because the mom loved him.
Yeah.
But that's weird. That's such a weird. Austin is saying he stayed around with the woman who had an affair that was in love with someone else, but he wanted to raise Kate, who wasn't his daughter. And
Yes.
then 5 years later, he wants to take her with him. And then
Yeah.
somehow Wayne comes back into the picture.
Yeah, I'm not
Uh,
clear on that. Maybe I missed a few lines there.
that's weird. Yes. Oh God, she thinks it's true.
Yes, this is Wayne.
This is Wayne. You're talking to Wayne. Why did you burn me up? Man, she got to the deep end pretty fast.
Yeah.
This is really crazy. This is really crazy that she's thinking she's talking to Wayne.
But you didn't really find that out until after you killed him.
Isn't that weird? Cause what?
Yeah, the story is
So
weirdly confusing.
she did know that was her real dad when she killed him, right? Wasn't that the
No,
that's
she just found it out, I
that's
think.
the tragic irony, right?
Yeah,
That she ends up killing her real dad and didn't know.
exactly.
Yet now she's saying, I killed you because I knew you were my real dad and I didn't like you.
Yeah,
That's odd.
yeah. And I think the other thing they're getting at here is that Sawyer reminds her of Wayne, which I think is kind of strange and creepy.
Yeah, that is weird.
Like she's attracted to Sawyer, and yet he reminds her of Wayne. Like
Well, that's
that's
pretty
weird.
typical. I mean, I mean, technically that's typical, for guys to want someone like their mom and for girls to want someone like their dad. That's pretty typical.
I guess, but when your dad is someone that you hate so much, you murdered him. Like
Well,
it's
yeah, but
it's
the imprint's still the same. Even if you don't want to like that kind of person,
yeah.
mom.
But it makes it like I don't
No, yeah,
know.
I mean it is weird, but I mean just in terms of that, that's pretty typical you know, to be looking for those qualities that you remember seeing in those people.
Yeah,
It's the same reason, similar reason that if you grow, you see your parents fighting and abusive, you learn that behavior, even if you know that's bad behavior.
yeah,
So the fact that she's attracted to bad boys,
right. Uh-oh. What?
ouch. And that's exactly what Locke does all the time.
Yeah, and I find it again, Mr. Echo is totally baffling to me because he tells this long, crazy story about the Bible and rebuilding a temple and shit, and then he's like, "It's a coincidence,
Yeah,
though."
he says like, here's an example of fate, and then he goes, wait, now, don't be too quick to say this is fate.
Yeah, like
I guess maybe he's saying this might be fate now, but don't go thinking every time something happens it's fate.
yeah, I guess so. Maybe he's picking up on the fact that Locke is too willing to attribute things to fate, which is definitely true.
Yeah.
Man, he needs a haircut.
Thickness does not do a job for hair. Yeah, if he had a mirror right now, he'd be like, "Oh no."
This will not work. Uh-oh. Freckles, I'm seeing a horse.
What's your horse, Freckles?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it's not that fucking crazy. Like Sawyer sees a horse and now he thinks he's insane. Like it is a normal animal. Again, it's not a unicorn. Like
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tropical island. People brought horses to islands.
And in fact, we learn later that there were horses. We
Yeah.
see like Charles Widmore riding a horse later on.
Mhm.
I mean, that was earlier, but the point is there were horses there. So yeah, like one explanation is this is just like a wild
I
horse on
think
the
that's why
island.
it's not the smoke monster, because like she wouldn't just go up and pet the smoke. I don't think Smokey would just let you pet him.
Yeah.
I know that you don't. That's not your horse. See, they left us thinking that that was her horse.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Uh-oh, is this it? Wait a minute. No, it's later, right? The army scene,
Oh yeah, no, that's later.
because that's after they get attacked or something.
Yeah, they need a reason to get to that point.
Yeah. And I'm an alcoholic.
Wow.
Ouch.
And a sexist too. You're a catch, Jack.
He is. Gotta get a golf swing though.
It's a good point.
Look at Michael trying to fix stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, here it comes. Locke said it too.
It's not its only function. It's its only I don't know, preferred function. I mean, it's the only way you want it to function. But obviously it does other stuff if you can use it
Yeah,
for other
he's trying to
things.
say it's only use. Like it's
Yeah.
the only thing it should be used for, not it's the only thing it can do.
Yeah, because then you wouldn't have to tell people not to do other stuff with it.
Yeah.
Oh, that music.
He could have been more specific and said what not to use it for,
Yeah.
instead of what not to use it for other than. That was weird.
That was weird. But yeah, they gotta have Michael's got to be here to not watch the video,
To
and then
not hear, yeah, to be just in time to not hear them say, "Don't do this."
just so we think like, oh my God, what's gonna happen if he
First,
uses a
only
computer?
and last time that this computer gets a message.
Yeah, and I can't believe they never tell us exactly how this happened.
Wait, they don't?
No.
Oh no! So I can get my hopes down because they'll never.
Yes.
Oh,
I even in the epilogue, I was hoping.
maybe in season 6?
No.
No. Oh,
I was really hoping in that scene with Walt that he'd be like, yeah, and you know when I was on the computer and you told me not to, and I talked to my dad and
yeah. This is Michael. Like, there's only one Michael on the island, I'm sure.
yeah. Oh man.
Boom. Just not about that storyline.
Yeah. 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 I really feel like the Walt thing's weird because, I know, I mean, okay, who knows when people are telling the truth. But I've heard them say that when they had Walt kidnapped at the end of season one, it was because he was growing too fast and they needed to get him off screen basically because he looked too old. And I mean, we've talked about that many times,
Yep, yep.
but I feel like they ramp up the Walt mystery in season two. They got wet Walt talking backwards, appearing to people. We got Walt on the computer, and of course the others want him for who knows what reason. And so it just seems like if they knew they weren't going to do anything with Walt, I wish they hadn't like thrown all these extra Walt mysteries at us.
Well, the problem is once they took Walt off screen, they decided that wherever he was, it was really interesting. Instead of saying like, "Oh, he got kidnapped," and then like making him actually get off the island, because they could have like really written him off the show, and like the others take him, and then they take him back to civilization, and they show Michael a video of Walt being back with the grandmother, and he's and for whatever reason the others are like he doesn't belong on this island, but he's safe, and then that would have been it. Michael wouldn't then it'd be Michael trying to get off the island for his own sake, but it wouldn't be him worried about Walt's safety anymore.
Right.
And they could have been done and not ramp up the mystery about Walt. But yeah, it's like as soon as Walt is off screen, now he gets way more interesting,
Yeah.
and they keep it going. It's like they want him for a reason, and and all that stuff. So yeah, and this idea that Walt got access to a computer and just happened to like type in hello, like, and just like he would know how to use this 1970s computer system.
Yeah, there's nothing in the show established as an explanation for how he pulled that off.
Yeah, exactly. And like no one's watching him this entire time he's having this conversation.
Yeah.
It'd be
And
different if somehow Walt was like, if they told us, he was at the Flame for a minute or two, or for a while, because we know there's another computer there that you can actually get
Right.
on and use. But like, yeah, they didn't really establish that. And where he ends up being at the FAMP, um, does that place even have power? I mean, wasn't it like
No,
a fake place? So
it's just yeah. I mean, it's
So that
just a
means that
camp.
Walt must be at the barracks somewhere or something, right? Like
If
that
he's using a computer,
when he's
yeah, I
using the
guess so.
computer. So,
Yeah. I mean, I guess they had him in room 23 for a while based on that little mobisode.
and that's at the
Uh,
mini island, right?
yeah, on the Hydra Island,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
I guess there's a computer over there. I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
I don't remember. But they also don't tell us someone else did it. Ben did it or one of the others did it. They don't
And
tell us that either.
and that's the thing, though. We know that Ben knows about the Pearl Station, so he can
Right.
spy on them if he wants to, and he can say, "Oh, look, Michael's in the,
Hmm.
in the computer room. Let's talk to him."
Yeah, like they could have told us that if they wanted to, but it's just left hanging there, and it's so strange. And Michael and Walt, when they reunite, I mean, they don't say a word about that to each other. Like, wasn't you on the computer?
Yeah, Walt could have been like, "How did you find me?" And Michael's like,
Yeah,
"You gave me directions to where you were." I did.
yeah, exactly. It's just weird. Like they never have that conversation. And it's just, I mean, it's along the same lines of the whole thing with Anna Lucia and Shannon and Walt and all that, where they're just, people don't seem to discuss the most crazy, interesting aspects of their stories. And they just treat them like they're normal. It's just like, well, I came to get you. And, oh, Dad, you're here. They made me take tests. But
Hmm.
like, no one's saying anything about how you got here.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just
Or
like,
yeah, Michael's like, "Wow, oh man, you were so brave to communicate with me and tell me where you were." And he's like, "No,
yeah,
I didn't do anything."
yeah, yeah. I mean, even
It would have been a nice little creepy or suspenseful beat, right? If Michael's attributing, if Michael thinks that was Walt and Walt's like, no, I
yes.
wasn't, then they realize, oh, they wanted me to find you or something, and
Yeah.
that'd be an interesting little moment to have.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it would make sense. The others did want to lure Michael there. They
Yeah.
do want to use him. That's the whole point. So it's like everything fits except they never say the words. And there's so much stuff in Lost like
And
that.
actually, that would have been an extra bit for Michael's guilt that is the reason he can never leave the island, right? If he realizes that not only did he sort of betray them to get Walt back, later, but that the beginning of this whole thing, when they lured him in, was them, starting this. He's like, oh no, they got me from the beginning.
Yeah.
Not just when later he decides to give Jack and those people up.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So we're going to be entering the Henry Gale stuff very,
Very soon.
which is really when season 2 picked up.
Absolutely. The first part is like pretty good, and then there's a lull. Yeah, and then yeah. Once Henry Gale shows up, we definitely get a big boost in interest.
I don't know if the listeners know. I think I've said it since, but I've watched Alias within the last couple months, the whole series, and it's really remarkable how close it is to Lost and some of the major plot lines, and they have their own version of Henry Gale, as I told you before, and so it's just interesting to see that as a storyline, this new character, and the whole question of can you trust him or not plays out, over all these episodes. And yeah, I remember back and forth every week. Oh, can you trust him? Oh, no.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can. Oh, no, you can't. And it's just back and forth.
Yeah, and of course I was going with no the whole time.
Mhm.
Even when they have the reveal that he's not Henry Gale, I'm like, okay, but still though, he's not an other or anything.
No, it can't be, right? He
Like,
certainly can't be the leader.
yeah, like why does it have to mean that he's another just because he isn't Henry Gale? Like, there's other explanations, right? But yeah, no, not really.
All right, what Kate did.
Yeah, that was all right. I mean,
Yeah, that's all right.
I've seen worse. I don't know. I mean, it flew by.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. It does its thing. I just think it's very strange that she really believes, at least for a second there, that Wayne is inside of Sawyer, and
Yeah.
gets her catharsis from telling his non-present ghost self, why she killed him,
Hmm.
which made no sense because she killed him for a reason that she didn't know yet.
Her backstory is weirdly convoluted. If that never bothered me before. I think because I just didn't spend that much time thinking about it. But yeah, I'm surprised at how confusing it is.
Yeah, I don't understand when Wayne came into the picture, and then the dad left, but then Wayne is back, and then like she waits all that time to kill him. And it's like, even if you take her explanation, okay, I didn't, I killed you because I thought I'd never be good, with you alive, I guess is the rest of that subtext there. And it's like it seems like something should have precipitated that. Like, again, it goes back to the question of why did she wait all this time? You know,
Yeah.
so it really should be the moment she realizes that's her dad, right? That's the moment
Yeah.
she wants to kill him because, they would have waited all this time. Now she's an adult, and then she finds out that's her real dad, and then she's like, oh no, this guy hates my dad, I want to kill him. But it seems like that's not what happened. So I'm sort of confused there. Now I'm confused on the timeline again.
Okay.
So when she goes and okay, that's later. Okay, so when she goes and she does the whole thing with her childhood boyfriend and the plane thing and the bank robbery, that's after all this, right? Because that's when she was on the run,
Uh, yeah. Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, the original plane thing was before that when she was younger, but the later plane thing where she robs the bank
Well, she
and
gets the guy killed.
She gets the guy killed. Yeah, that's all after
That's all that
this.
happened. So even that's not the thing that precipitated her thinking, "Oh, I'm all bad and it's my dad's fault."
Oh no. Okay. So according, I'm reading Last PD now. So I think this sort of explains it. Like in that scene where she confronts her what she thought was her real father, the military guy, she explains she what?
Sergeant Major Sam Austin.
Yes, thank you, Sam Austin. She explains to him that she discovered this evidence that he was serving in Korea when she was conceived. And so she's basically telling him that she found that out and that's why she killed him.
Okay,
So
yeah.
she had known
She
before.
did know, and that's okay. So she did know before. Okay, she
Yeah,
knew.
she didn't just find out in that scene.
Okay, yeah.
So I think that's the key. Once she found that out, that's when she
So when the marshal's saying why now, the answer is I just found out he was my real dad.
yes, exactly. That's the answer.
And maybe that's why he never touched her, because
Yeah.
that's actually he knew that that was her daughter. I guess
Yeah, he probably
that was his
knew.
daughter. Um, but it's weird he kept that secret the whole time,
It
right?
is
Because
weird.
doesn't that mean he let her believe that he
Yeah,
their stepfather?
it does mean that, which is very strange. He doesn't seem, I don't know, in the one scene we have of him, he doesn't seem like the kind of person who
Would
would just
that a secret
keep a secret when it's not necessary at all.
with his drunkenness? Okay, well, mystery solved.
Yeah, thanks, Lostpedia.
You're welcome.
Don't talk.
Why not?
I'm not. I. If I have to explain,
You refuse to talk to a wiki.
yes. When we get to a point when wikis can talk, we're all in a lot of trouble.
Are all in a lot of trouble. It'll be a very knowledgeable trouble, but
It's true.
all right, cool. Well, until next time, we'll be back. What's next?
I think it's the 23rd Psalm.
Oh yeah, that just has awesomeness written all over it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, until next time. Thanks and namaste.
All right. Namaste and good luck.